Welcome to Star Citizen. So, the tractor beam. It's one of the best attachments to the multi-tool. It's often used when you're doing boxes or just hanging around. It's good to have when you want to move something around. Preferably a container, some boxes, or something else beautiful. But what you may have not known is that the tractor beam kinda works like a hook out in the space. It pulls you towards whatever metal piece you are aiming at. It does not work on other players, so you can't use other players to, well, pull yourself to them, and it only works out in space and not down on the ground. Now, since this game is constantly changing and there's lots of things coming, like our suit is gonna have limited amount of fuel, so we can use our suit's thrusters to move around and actually get some push or lift or some grip towards the objects out in space, it would also seem reasonably likely to add a proper grappling hook to the multi-tool attachment. Something you could use down in the atmosphere as well. You could pull yourself up. It does not need to be flushed out, as things usually aren't in this game, but it would be great to actually perhaps pull yourself up on some of these unclimbable balconies or ledges in the caves. Because it would be pretty nice to have something that we could use as an explorer. And first thing that pretty much comes to mind is a grappling hook. Its range is roughly 100 meters, so it grabs onto things pretty far off and starts pulling you towards them. When and for whatever we use this tool, it's always fun to have it with you. As this tractor beam attachment theoretically could be a grappling hook itself, it kinda would be more realistic to perhaps have a different option, something that actually works like a grappling hook, something that we can regulate, control, and use down the ground. I like the multi-tool, I like its attachments, and I like all the fun we can have with it, but the range in a way is truly ridiculous. We can pretty much push this single box of gear, I believe it's a chest piece, up to the surface level, which is very, very far off. And I was actually able to drop it up here, which is even more ludicrous. The multi-tool could have some really, really fun attachments, and perhaps someday we will see more added to this special little weapon. But for now, I guess the best one still is and will be, for quite a long while, the tractor beam, as it is the most reliable, useful, and comfortable thing to use on this tool. But if we would ever get a grappling hook, there would be limitless amount of fun we could have with it. And seeing as it could be basically a tractor beam with a little bit of changes, so you could actually perhaps even swing around with this bad boy. It could be interesting, it could be cool. We don't know what is ahead for us, but the tractor beam itself, as it is fun to use out in space, for other things than just moving off dead bodies, cargo weapons, we probably still have a long way before anything this beautiful comes. Anyway, thanks for watching.